A little bit of good news in these dark times. Cause Scotland decided to bring in the extremely anti-freedom vaccine passports. Basically, if you want to have any type of normal life again, you better let us put things in your body. It seems that people are seeking to challenge this in court. COVID in Scotland, legal challenge planned over vaccine passports. A group representing nightclubs is to launch a legal challenge to the Scottish Government's plans for vaccine passports. From October, people will need proof they have had 2 doses of vaccine to enter certain venues and large events. For now, it's 2 doses. In the future, it will be 3 and 4 and 5 and so on. For this very, very effective vaccine. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said the scheme would help reduce transmission of the virus and keep clubs open, although they would be pretty empty since a lot of people are now no longer allowed to go. But the Nighttime Industries Association Scotland said that there were serious flaws with the plans, and obviously, as they are the people that own nightclubs and operate them, they have a much better understanding of how they work than the government does. The government only wants to listen to experts when what the things that the experts are saying lines up with what they want. The group has instructed its lawyers to commence legal proceedings against the Scottish Government. It is requesting a court order to suspend the launch of the vaccine passport scheme until its case can be heard. From the start of October, everyone over the age of 18 will need a vaccine certificate to gain entry to a nightclub. Where's your vaccine licence? Where's your normal life licence? An unseated indoor event with more than 500 people, an unseated outdoor events with more than 4,000 people, and any event with more than 10,000 people in attendance. The government has drawn up a definition of a nightclub for use with the scheme. This is described as a venue which is open between midnight and 5 in the morning, serves alcohol, and which has a designated area for dancing and provides live or recorded music for this purpose. Ms Sturgeon called for the venues to use common sense over the scheme, which is fucking ironic coming from Nicola Sturgeon, saying a pragmatic approach will be encouraged so that businesses can make sensible judgments. The businesses can make sensible judgments. Yeah, the businesses aren't really getting to make any judgment here, Nicola. Just the way you like it. You get to decide everything. However, industry groups have voiced concerns that the definition could also cover a range of other hospitality venues, including bars, pubs, and hotel function rooms. The Scottish Chamber, yeah, that basically means that if you want to have a wedding or a birthday party or anything like that, then no. All of your guests have to get vaccine passports. And especially, see how the people that literally can't get the vaccine for several medical reasons why people can't get vaccines, well, they can just go fuck themselves and sit in their house every single day until the day they die. Fuck their social life. Yeah, fuck them. Who cares? Aberdeen nightclub owner Gavin Stevenson, a spokesman for the NTIA, told BBC Radio Scotland that the definition includes about 2,000 pubs and bars across Scotland, in addition to the 100 nightclubs that are actual nightclubs. The NITA confirmed on Wednesday morning that it would launch a legal challenge against the scheme. A statement from the group said deep-rooted problems with the scheme could have been averted had the government engaged with industry groups sooner. Yeah, the government basically didn't engage with them at all and says, this is what you're doing. You will do as we command, citizen. And it is said that the scheme as proposed was neither proportionate nor represents the lowest level of intervention possible to achieve the public health imperative, and it is therefore likely to be unlawful. Detailed guidance for how the scheme will operate in practice is to be published by the government in due course. And there they are, the two horsemen of Scotland becoming an authoritarian regime. There she is, Chairman Sturgeon and Adolf Humza. On Tuesday, Ms Sturgeon told MSPs that ministers were working closely with businesses on the definitions that will apply in order that we hear its concerns and can address them as far as possible. You didn't do that at all in the first place, and you've already tabled the legislation. You already made the decision. Yet, vaccine passports are coming, and you're admitting that you didn't even speak to businesses, and that's because of the way the government doesn't feel like it has to. Government doesn't feel like it has to. Like, for example, whenever you buy some property, do you feel like you need to explain your reason for being there or explain your hopes, dreams, and plans to the ants and insects that live there? No, because you feel that you're so much higher than them. They are mere dumb insects that couldn't comprehend what you want. Why would you strike up a conversation? That is how the government feels about people. The First Minister also said the scheme was a reasonable thing to do. Well, of course she would say that. This is something that gives the Scottish Government immense power. So, in their eyes, it's very reasonable because they benefit greatly from it. She said, we think that their introduction is a proportionate measure ahead of the winter period to try and help us to get transmission down and keep it down to drive up even further the already high vaccination uptake rates. And to do all that while keeping businesses such as nightclubs and large events open for business, rather than having them face again this winter the risk of closure that they faced last winter. So basically the government's ultimatum to these businesses is, okay, let us fuck you up a little bit, or we will fuck you up a lot. I'm starting to realise that the government seems to be the problem, because it kind of seems to be the source of all of this fuckery. It's like a mafia don coming in and going like that. Look, I can either break your legs or I can shoot you in the head. Your choice. Man, I think the problem seems to be the mafia guy. Maybe we should get rid of him. It's like they're being kind. We're offering you a solution to the horrible things that we are going to do to you. Opposition parties at Holyrood voted against the vaccine passport scheme, but saw it passed by MSPs from the SNP Green administration because obviously the SNP are in power and they are going to do everything they fucking can to make sure that they get more power. After Scotland becomes independent, I can see it going like one of two ways. Either everyone realises that the SNP truly are an absolutely terrible party, and now that we're our own independent country, they don't have the Tories or Westminster or anyone to blame it on, and then everyone will realise that a lot of the problems that Scotland faces was actually the SNP all along, and they've been lying to them, and that will see the SNP out the door. That's my ideal scenario, right? Scotland's an independent country, and the SNP are fucking gone. However, I also think that the SNP will then go, because they can't be held accountable by Westminster and they are now their own country, they will do everything they can to turn Scotland into a one-party regime. So, Scottish independence, I'm still in favour of it, but oh god damn, is it going to be a dice roll. It is going to be a dice roll. Don't be surprised if after Scotland gets independence, I just disappear one day. You'll be able to find me in a mass grave covered in lye, probably somewhere near Loch Ness. Scottish Lib Dem leader Alex Cole-Hamilton says it was no wonder the nighttime industry is in uproar, adding hopefully this legal action will turn out to be last orders for this illiberal COVID ID card scheme. Well, goddamn, look at the Lib Dems actually acting like Lib Dems. They haven't done that in a while. My god. Oh well, and that's the end of the article. Yeah, vaccine passports are absolutely pointless and absolutely stupid, right? Like, the whole thing that we keep hearing is, the cure can't be worse than the disease, and that is what this is. This is complete government coercion. This is the government basically saying, we will completely take away your ability to live a normal life unless you do what we tell you, right? And then they'll try and paint it like, it's not our fault, it's the people not getting vaccinated. No, it's you, it's the government. You are the ones that are doing this. You are the ones that are causing all of these problems. You are the ones that are taking away people's rights, people's freedoms, because you are terrified of this virus, right? And you don't trust people. You don't trust the population. And I completely understand that, because we don't fucking trust you either. You do not have our best interests at heart. You're only interested in your own power. And that has only been proven further by these stupid vaccine passports. And a part of me is a little bit happy when people like the SNP try to do this, their hate crime bill and named person scheme and all the other authoritarian shit they pull, because I get to dangle this in front of the faces of your voters, and then suddenly they don't want to vote for you anymore. So you know what? Keep stuff like this up. Because a lot of people don't want an independent Scotland if they know it's going to be ruled with an iron fist. We'll have our own country, but it won't be a free country. So please keep this up, because this shit, it helps me massively.